Hello students, welcome back to another exciting lesson. Today we are going on a journey, not on a train or bus. But this is a journey through time, from the past to the present and even into the future. We are going to explore more about AI. Do you remember what AI stands for? Yes, artificial intelligence. But today's lesson is not just about what AI means. Today, we will find out where it came from, how it started, and how it has grown over the years. Hi, I am Pradeep, your teacher and friend, and I will take you through this journey step by step with fun questions, stories, and most importantly, imagination. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a world before mobile phones, before the internet, before television, even before electricity. What do you see? Maybe someone is cooking food on a wooden stove? Or reading a book under a tree? Children playing outside, maybe flying kites in the open sky. There were no glowing screens, no concrete buildings or roads, just nature, the chirping of birds, the whisper of the wind, and simple human voices. But even in those simple times, people dreamed big. They were creative and had curious questions. They looked at the birds and imagined flying. They stared at the stars and wondered what is beyond them. And they looked at their own minds and asked, "Can I build something that thinks?" The dream of creating a thinking machine was the earliest spark of what we now call AI, or artificial intelligence. Long before computers, people told magical stories about chariots that could fly and crystal balls that answered questions. These were not real machines, but they showed human curiosity and the desire to create a machine that could help. Now, imagine this. If you could create a magical machine, what would you create? Take a moment and think about it. A pen that does your homework? A fan that turns on when you are feeling hot? Or shoes that guide you when you are lost? These ideas might sound impossible today. But so did flying, until humans built aeroplanes. Great inventions always start with one simple question. And the question is, what if? And that is how the dream of AI began. Not inside computers or wires, but inside the human brain. Evolution of artificial intelligence through the years. Now, let's move forward in time. From magical stories to the first real machines. The earliest computers were huge. They were the size of the cupboards, with blinking lights, noisy fans, and long rolls of paper. They couldn't talk or see, but people were amazed by them. Now, let us talk about them. The question that started it all. In 1950, there was a British mathematician and computer scientist named Alan Turing. One day, he thought of a question that sounded like magic. Can machines think like humans? People had dreamed of talking machines in stories or movies. But Alan made it scientific. He tried to create a real test to find out. This was called the Turing test. Here is how it works. Imagine you are chatting with two people. One is a human and the other is a robot. But you do not know who is who. After talking to both of them, if you cannot tell which one is the robot, then the robot has passed the test. The robot is considered intelligent like humans. This test was the first big step in the world of AI. Now, let us talk about the birth of AI. In 1956, a group of scientists met at a scientific conference in Dartmouth. Dartmouth is a city in United States of America. It was here the name artificial intelligence was first invented. Their dream was simple. Let's make machines that can think or solve problems like humans. From that day, people started studying AI like a proper subject. AI winter. But just like in fairy tales, AI's journey wasn't smooth. In the 1960s and 70s, AI ran into trouble. Do you remember what AI needs to learn and become better? We discussed about this in the last video. Yes, it needs data or information. But in 1960s and 70s, computers were too slow and there wasn't enough data for AI to learn from. This period is called AI winter because the progress of AI had frozen for some time. A machine beats a champion. Let us fast forward to the year 1997. Something amazing happened. A computer named Deep Blue played chess with the world champion Garry Kasparov. And it won. Yes, everyone was surprised that how could a computer defeat a world champion? This proved to the world that machines could think and plan just like humans, at least in games. AI becomes super smart. By the 2000s, things changed quickly. Computers got faster and also cheaper. The internet grew, creating a lot of data that could help AI learn more. Scientists also found new ways for AI to learn, like deep learning. Don't worry, we will talk about deep learning later. In 2011, an AI called Watson won a TV quiz show called Jeopardy! Watson won the show by answering questions just like a human. In 2012, AI got so good at looking at pictures that it could spot cats and other objects easily. Transformers and chatbots. In 2017, scientists at Google made something called Transformers. Transformers are like smart helpers that listen to every word carefully to understand what we are saying, just like we listen to each other when we talk. This made AI much better at understanding our language, how we speak, how we write, and how we talk. By now, AI could read our messages and also reply just like us. Then, in 2018, OpenAI made GPT, a robot brain that could write poems, stories, and jokes. And then in 2022 came AI named ChatGPT, the AI you can talk to, the AI that can understand, and the AI that can listen, just like you are listening to me now. AI in today's world. Isn't it fascinating? From giant computers in labs, AI has now reached our homes and even our pockets. Think about it. A computer that once filled a whole room is now inside your pocket in a smartphone. And it is much smarter than those early machines. What smart machines can you find at home? A mobile phone that plays music when you ask? A smart TV? Or an app that sends money or orders groceries? All of these use AI. Long time ago, a farmer used to guess the weather by looking at the clouds. But today, he can ask his phone. And how does he ask? Yes, using voice assistant. And then the phone tells him it will rain tomorrow at 3 p.m. That is AI reading weather data. A shopkeeper once used to guess which items to keep more in his shop. And now, app tells him. During festivals or the start of the month, people buy more rice and oil. And do you remember the examples we learnt in the last video? Hospitals use AI to read reports faster and detect diseases early. Your phone uses AI too. It unlocks by recognizing your face. It adjusts the light in your camera. YouTube recommends videos you might like. Even voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, or Google answer when you ask, "What's the time?" or play a song. But how did these machines become so smart? Because They learn from us. Every time we click, search, or speak, AI remembers and improves. Imagine a tiny robot inside your phone, wearing glasses and writing notes. She likes cartoons. He watches cricket at 6 p.m. And next time, it is ready with suggestions, even before you ask. But is AI perfect? No. It only knows what we teach it. We are its teachers. That is why we must use AI wisely and kindly. Now, you know how AI is helping people in everyday lives. Farmers predicting weather, doctors checking reports quickly, drivers finding routes using Google Maps, helping people who cannot see by reading the text aloud, helping students find answers and learn new things. There are many other ways AI is helping. But remember, AI is not here to replace humans. It is here to help us, to save time, and to make our lives easier. These smart machines are result of years of imagination, science, and hard work. From magical stories to real machines to tiny phones in your hand. That is the journey of AI. And guess what? We are all living right in the middle of this exciting journey. And the future of AI depends on people like you, curious minds who understand it, respect it, and maybe one day create the next big AI invention. AI learning types. We have now seen how AI was just a dream. Then it became real. From machines in labs to smartphones in our pockets to helpers in our homes. But here is something important to understand. AI didn't suddenly become smart on its own. There were scientists who worked on it. Just like your parents or teacher tried different ways to make you understand new things. When you are a baby, they use pictures. When you grow a little, they use alphabets. When you grow more, they use words. Just like that, scientists tried different ways of teaching AI. Just like a baby first learns to crawl, then walk, and then run, AI also grew step by step. That's what we will learn now. What were these methods or types of learning? Rule-based learning. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine a baby sitting on the floor. Can the baby walk? Not yet. Can the baby solve puzzles? No. But the baby can do simple things like crawl, smile. In the same way, the first AI machines were also like babies. They didn't know anything by themselves. Let us take an example. You all have seen a calculator, right? You press 2 plus 2 and it gives you the answer 4. Simple, fast, perfect. But ask the calculator, what is your name? It will not say anything. Silent. Why? Because it was not told how to answer that. It only knows math, nothing else. That is rule-based learning. Let us take an example of the torch. You press the button, the torch turns on. You press again, it turns off. That is all it knows. Just one rule. If a button is pressed, turn the light on. If you tell it to turn on automatically when it's dark, it won't. Why? Because the torch doesn't understand the world. It just follows the rule. Now, take a moment and think of all the things in your home that only work when you give them a command. Could you think of some things? Let us look at some of them together. TV remote. Press a button, it changes the channel. Fan regulator. Turn the knob, the fan moves faster or slower. These machines don't think. They don't learn. They don't change on their own. They only do what they were told to do, like a baby AI. Now you may wonder that these small machines are not able to think or learn. They just follow rules. They are not intelligent. Then how can they be called AI or artificial intelligence? You are right. These machines could not learn and think. But back in earlier times, even this was a huge step. For the first time, humans had created machines that could follow rules automatically without a person standing nearby. So they were not smart like humans, but they were fast, accurate, and never forgot the rule. It was like having a helper who never gets tired. That's how early AI was. So in some ways, rule-based learning was like AI taking the first step, like a baby. So let us recall what we just discussed again. Early AI was like a baby, doing only very simple tasks. It followed rules, but it didn't know how to think and learn. It was smart in one way, but very limited. Machines like calculators, torch, remotes are all examples of rule-based learning. Machine learning. Now we will see how AI slowly grew up into a child who starts learning by watching, listening, and remembering. That's the next step in AI's journey. It is called machine learning. Now let us try and understand what is machine learning. Let us understand this using an example. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Raju in class 5. Raju did not know how to play football. He did not ask anyone what the rules are. But every evening he sat on the side and watched others play. Day after day, he watched how they kicked the ball, how they made a pass, how they try and avoid the opponent players. And after 1 week, Raju jumped into the game and played really well. How did Raju learn? Just by watching. That is what machine learning is like. When machines don't just follow fixed rules, but they learn from watching patterns. Let us take some examples you can see every day. YouTube recommendations. You search for a space video on YouTube. The next time you open the app, it says, "Watch more space videos." You didn't ask for it, but the app noticed what you like and learned from it. It is like the app is saying, "Okay, he enjoys space videos. Let me show some more space videos in suggestions." That is AI learning on its own. Voice to text. You speak into your phone, "How are you?" and the phone types it on the screen perfectly. You know how phone does this? The phone has listened to millions of voices, learned from them, and now understands yours. Every time you speak, it gets better. That is AI learning. Now you must be thinking, can machines really learn like us? Well, not exactly like us, but yes, they learn from what we click, what we type, what we watch, what we listen to, what we search. Imagine a small notebook inside the machine. Every time you do something, the machine writes it down. He searched for cricket highlights at 6 pm. She watches cartoons at 8 pm. Next time, it is ready to help. That is AI growing up. Let me ask you a question. When your parents drive somewhere, Google Maps suggests the fastest route. Have you seen it? So, how does it know? It learns from thousands of cars are moving on the road every day. That is machine learning. The more you use it, the smarter it becomes. But wait, is this always good? Mostly yes. But we must remember, AI learns from us. If we click silly or wrong things, it might show more of that. But if we see useful, kind, and funny things, it learns better. So, you are the teacher and AI is your student. Now, let's move to the third type of learning, deep learning. Remember how AI was first a baby and then a child? Well, now AI is a youth. Think of how you find your mother in a market. Do you only look for her clothes? No. You notice her height, her hair, her voice, and even the way she walks. By checking all these details together, you say, "There is my mother." Deep learning is just like that. It doesn't depend on one thing. It checks many things at the same time before giving an answer. It's a special kind of machine that doesn't just look at one thing. It looks at lots and lots of things, one by one. It's like solving a puzzle by checking every single piece before saying, yes, this fits. You might be wondering, where do we see this kind of super brain? You know what? We see it every day. Remember, we talked about face unlock feature on our phones? When you unlock your phone with your face, it doesn't just look at your nose or your eyes. It studies hundreds of small details like the shape of your face, how far apart your eyes are, or even your smile. Voice assistants like Alexa or Siri. When you say, play my favorite song, they understand your words, your tone, and even your accent. That is deep learning helping them talk like humans. Types of AI. Next topic that we are going to discuss is types of AI. Let us first try and understand narrow AI. That is the one job helper. Narrow AI means a machine or a computer that can do just one job smartly. Once again, think of your calculator. You press 2 plus 2 and it shows 4. That's its job. Doing calculations. It cannot do anything else. It doesn't talk, it doesn't sing, it doesn't know the weather. Only maths, and that too only when you press the buttons. That is narrow AI, smart at only one thing. Now let us talk about one more example. Google Pay Scanner. Have you ever bought something from a shop and paid by scanning a barcode? So you buy something from a shop, open Google Pay on your phone, then you scan QR code and pay. Beep! Payment done. The scanner is smart. It knows how to read the code and send money. But that is the only thing it can do. You can't ask the Google Pay app, what is your name or how is the weather? Again, one job. That is narrow AI. Now, one final example before we move on. We have talked about this earlier. Torch. You press a button, the torch turns on. Another press, it turns off. It listens only to that one command, on or off. That is another narrow AI. So what did we learn? Narrow AI is like a helper who knows just one thing and it does it well. Like a calculator that solves maths problems, like a scanner that helps with payments, like a torch that only turns on and off. It's smart, but in a very small, focused way. But now, imagine something bigger. What if there was a robot who could talk to you, play music, solve maths, tell stories, and even answer your questions? that would be a very different kind of AI. Not narrow, but wide, almost like a human. Let's meet that next. General AI, the dream robot. Imagine what if there was a robot that could be just like a human. That is the dream of general AI. It doesn't exist yet, but scientists are trying to build it. A type of robot which, when you wake up and say, "Good morning," and the robot answers, "Good morning, you have school at 9 o'clock today." You say, "Play my favorite song," and it plays it. You ask, "What is 17 times 12?" and it gives you the answer, 204. Then you ask, "Why do we drink water when we are tired?" And it replies, "Because water gives energy and helps your body feel fresh." This robot doesn't just follow rules. It thinks, learns, talks, understands just like a real person. You can laugh with it, you can ask it to help with homework, you can tell it to clean the room. It's like having a friend who is also very, very smart. That's the idea of general AI. A machine that is not just smart at one thing, but smart at everything. But wait, right now, this kind of AI is not in your phone or computer. But scientists across the world are working day and night to build it, step by step, piece by piece. And one day, you might just meet this robot. Maybe in your home, maybe in your classroom, maybe it will even become your best friend. That day is not here yet, but it is coming. So in future, if you meet a robot who can answer anything, understand your jokes, help with studies, and cook food too, you will know this is not a narrow AI. This is general AI, the dream robot. We just saw how general AI could become a smart friend one day. But what if there was something even more powerful? This brings us to the next type of AI, which is called super AI. Now, imagine this. You ask a robot, "I want to grow rice on a mountain." And the super AI says, "Here is a new way to do it. Try this special seed and soil." It can think, learn, create, and plan, not like a human, but beyond what humans can imagine. That is super AI. A machine so smart, so fast, it can do things even humans cannot. It can solve huge problems in seconds. It can build things faster than engineers. It can answer questions even scientists don't know yet. Let's say there is a big sickness in the village. Nobody knows how to cure it. The super AI might find a cure in one night, something that would take doctors years. But don't worry, super AI doesn't mean robots will take over the world. People are working to make sure it stays helpful, safe, and kind. They are building rules and regulations to guide it. Right now, super AI is just an idea. It's like a dream in a storybook. Nobody has built it yet. not even the smartest people in the world. But who knows? Maybe someone from your village will grow up and create it. Maybe that someone is you. Before ending today's video, let us go through whatever we have learned today. In earlier times, people dreamed of magical machines, machines that could think. That was the start of the idea of AI. In 1950, Alan Turing asked, "Can machines think?" and created the Turing test. In 1956, scientists gave this dream a name: artificial intelligence. AI had a slow time called AI winter. But when in 1997 a computer called Deep Blue beat a chess champion, it was something new. In the 2000s, AI became super smart. It learned to see pictures, understand language, and even chat like a human. Today, AI is everywhere. In your phones, YouTube, Google Maps, and even hospitals. We also learned types of AI learning. First, rule-based learning, like a calculator or a torch, follows only fixed rules. Then machine learning, like YouTube, learns what you like and gets better with time. Then deep learning, like a super brain, checks many details at once, like your phone's face unlock feature. We met the types of AI. Narrow AI does only one job, like a calculator, barcode scanner, or torch. General AI, which is still being built. One day, it will do many things just like humans. Super AI, smarter than humans, an idea for the future. It is not real yet. So students, each type of AI is like climbing a ladder. And we are only in the beginning. You did so well following along. I am so proud of you. In the next video, we will look at how AI is already around us, in simple things we see or use every day. Goodbye and see you in the next video.